marriage an accomplishment or a blessing? Do you ever get tired of being asked, when are you getting married? Do you ever get tired of being judged for having a certain number of kids without being married? In tonight's video, we're gonna be talking about marriage. We're gonna be talking about whether marriage is an achievement or a blessing. Welcome back to Kajo M TV. My name is Kajo M, and if it's your first time joining us, always remember to click on the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I absolutely love you guys. So guys, when everyone, yeah, I'm sure every girl when she was growing up, she had that dream of wearing that beautiful dress, walking down the aisle. We all had our wedding planned when we were growing up. But as you grow up, you realize, oh man, this thing in car, it's not for me. But yet, society is putting pressure on you. So, are women really in love with the idea of being married? Or are we in love with the idea of having the big day? Because those two, they are different. Being married is being with somebody forever. Forever, yeah. That's a lifetime commitment. And the big day is only 1 or 2 days. Depends how it's done. Now, my question is, why is it that you find that you're sitting with a group of women and we are talking, and it comes to a point where you talk about your kids and they ask you, how many kids do you have? And then you say, I have 3 kids, and immediately when you mention the number of kids you have, one of them will ask, are you married? And when you say no, they're like, how can you have so many kids but you're not married? Is that question really an appropriate question to ask, guys? Now, according to my understanding and according to life experiences, I have learned that marriage is not an accomplishment. It's not something to brag about. I can give you for an example. Many years back, there was a friend of mine, I won't mention her name. At home, she got married, and this other day she was a bit hot. I was sure and now I'm a firm believer of believing that when a person is drunk, they say what they've been meaning to say to you. But I don't hold a grudge towards her if she's listening today. It's water under the bridge. I just want to give guys an example. So this friend of mine, she was drunk, and she was the one who was married, and we were sitting, a group of girls we were actually like in my streets, like everybody gets along with, like not our parents. That's another story for another day. But like the kids, we grew up together. We can still chill together, have a party together, and like that. So we're chilling on a Friday. I think it was a Friday evening or a Saturday. I don't remember well. And she was coming back from a tavern around the corner. She was hot, and then I don't know how to translate this in English. Okay, I know how to translate it in English, but I'm gonna say it in Sepedi first, and I'll translate it back in English. So she said, yeah, nah, ngasidulele matita. Matita. Did you guys hear that? Matita. Which translate to no, I want to hang out with the spinsters. That's the meaning of the word. And honestly, it was hurtful, especially to hear it from a friend of yours. But We once talked about it. She knows I confronted her, and I told her, remember this other day we were chilling and you said this, and then but she apologized. I don't know if, yeah, she apologized. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, and we moved on from it. But saying those words, you can see the pressure that society puts on women to get married. Like, for example, like I said, you're sitting with a group of girls you just met, and you are talking, and one of them, and that, like, maybe it happens that I say, I miss my older son, and then they ask how many kids you have, and I say 3, and they're like, are you married? That is the first question that they ask, like I mentioned in the beginning of my video. And when you say no, even if they don't say anything, you can see the expression on their faces, the judgment on their faces. And people need to understand that marriage is not for everyone. Yeah, like, every woman wants to get married. Don't get me wrong. Or maybe every woman my age, or women back then, because I think kids these days, they don't believe so much into marriage. They were not so brainwashed like us to grow up thinking that marriage is the ultimate goal. But if you meet a person who is not married, and they say they have kids, or they have a living partner, or whatever their situation is, it's not your place to judge because you are married. That's where I'm going. It's not your place to judge that you are married, and that person, you're not married and I only have 2 kids, but she's not married and she's got 6 kids. It's not your place to judge. First of all, you don't know her background, or you might know her background, where she comes from, but our luck are not the same. That's why I'm saying that marriage, it's not an accomplishment. It's not a degree. You don't work hard for marriage. You meet your partner, you work together to build a life together. An accomplishment is something that you grind for it. Like a degree, you go to school, you have sleepless nights, you study, you don't have weekends, and you obtain your degree. That is an accomplishment. Marriage is a blessing. If you are married, you are blessed. It's a blessing that God gave you. It's part of your blessings. Just because somebody is not married, it doesn't mean that they are not blessed. Our blessings are not the same. You might be married and have your kids, but not be educated. I don't know if you get me. You might be married and have kids and have a happy home and not be educated. You prioritize to get married. I prioritize to go to university and do my studies and obtain my degree and get my accomplishment. I don't know if it makes sense. And marriage has no guarantee, guys. When you are married and you are still happy in your marriage, don't judge other people. You don't know how life is gonna turn out. Enjoy your marriage, but don't brag to other people. Don't brag, because you brag about your partner, you put them on social media 24/7 because you wanna tempela or whether this is your man and whatever, you are married. And it's hard for you to get out of that marriage, because you put up a you put up a front when you are happily married. You flaunt it on social media every day, or when you are happily married. Now, when we meet you at the streets and you're walking alone and your partner is not there, and then we ask you, where's your partner? And kunzima. You stay in an abusive relationship because what are people gonna say? Now your marriage is controlled by social media. But that's another topic for another day. It's not for today. And because you were laughing at somebody for not being married with so many kids, it's difficult for you to get out of that marriage when things are getting hard. Some of you settle for less just because you want to put the ring on that finger. You know that man is completely wrong for you. But just because he promised that he's gonna marry you, you bekezela mtagabawo, you bekezela to that man. He abuses you, like you. Sorry, I don't even want to mention. He aids you. He bees you. He like, you know what I'm talking about. He speaks ill of you. He speaks small of you. He belittles you. And you still nyamezela because you just want to put that ring on it. We know some of you who were in an abusive marriage for how long now? But you can't get out. You have to bekezela kaloko, and because abantu bazothini. What are the people going to say? Because when you go around, you go laughing at other people that they are not married. Like I said, some people might not make, like, there are ladies out there these days that are independent. They don't want to get married, but they want to have kids. That's why we have places like sperm banks, where you can go and get a sperm and not even meet the father of your child. So you don't even know how that lady got her kids, but you charge it. Yes, back then in the what you call ancient days, marriage was the ultimate goal. Our grandmothers didn't have to go to school. Now you are straight out of matric, you get married. You don't further your studies. Some of you don't even have matric, but you're married. You drop out of school so that you can get married. That man starts you with everything. When it's that time of the month, you look at I'll sort her out. And yet you laugh at a woman who wakes up every day. She works hard for her kids and herself. She maintains her life and her kids. She doesn't need a man for anything. You look down on her just because you have a ring on your finger and she doesn't. Not everyone is obsessed with marriage. If you feel that being married is an accomplishment to you, well, we wish you all the best for you, ne? If you feel that being married is an accomplishment. But if you listen to me, what I said in the beginning, an accomplishment is something that you work for your marriage. To keep everything going, you work. But it's not an accomplishment, it's a blessing. You work to keep that blessing. Do you understand me? So guys, let's stop judging. If you are married, it's either if you're married or you're not, and your friend is not. Let's say you are married and your friend is not married. Don't judge. Don't make your friend a laughing stock when you're around people who are married and you feel that, oh, now I'm around my people, then I can make fun of her. Like I said, some ladies prefer to have kids and not have men around them. These days we have different types of relationships. There's LGBTQS people. You might meet me and not know that I'm part of the LGBTQS or whatever. If I'm wrong, sorry. You might meet me and not know, and you ask me and I say, oh, I miss my kids, and you ask me, how many kids do you have? I say 5, and you don't even know the circumstances of having those kids. You might find that my partner is a they. Life these days is not like life back then in the olden days. Don't compare your life to somebody else's. When you count your blessings alone. Other people are counting their blessings alone as well. Make life easier for yourself as well. We know that our men, especially in South Africa, they are not the most reliable men in the world. And when he disappoints, you don't have anywhere to run because you were laughing at your friends that they are not married. Now, how is it gonna feel now when your friends tell you, "Oh, we're only tuta"? A spinster. How are they gonna feel? Let's stop being judgmental. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And guys, I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, but I'm sure you saw my post. I was at a funeral in the Eastern Cape and came back Sunday late, and I was so exhausted. It's only today that I get the energy to be in front of the camera. But I told myself that I'm gonna upload at least 4 videos until today is Thursday, so I'm gonna upload tomorrow. All these videos that you're watching, they'll be shooted. I'll upload them one today, one tomorrow. I think I'm gonna upload until Monday, to make up for the lost time. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for your support. Always remember to click on the like and the comment section. Please remember to comment, guys. Remember to click on the like, subscribe, and notification bell. I absolutely love you. Enjoy your evening. Mwah.